Film critics are praising a powerful movie about a Christian man's resistance to oppression, religious persecution, and mass murder. It's based on the real life of Lutheran pastor Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who waged a courageous battle against Hitler in the 1930s and 40s. Ephraim Graham has this look at Bonhoeffer, pastor, spy, assassin.
The story of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, one of the German World War II heroes who had the courage to speak up when the German church was taken over by Hitler. And in the process, lost everything he ever had, but also saved many lives.
Bonhoeffer took on the world. I mean, he was not afraid. He was very courageous, despite the fact that everybody was against him.
And it's about resistance, humanity. It's a story we should keep in mind.
So, John, how did you come to Bonhoeffer's story? What happened?
So there was a surge of interest a while ago in Bonhoeffer's life. About 12 years ago, the lead producers on this project read a biography and just were really interested in what they were reading and about this man's life and about both his struggle with the greatest evil of his time, but also the timelessness of his journeys.
Something's coming. Something unstoppable.
Look around you, my friend. How much light do you see?
Tell me about this man for people who aren't familiar with his story.
Sure. I think the easiest way to describe Dietrich Bonhoeffer is that he was a World War II German resistance figure, and while his training was as a pastor and theologian, ultimately his life led him to become a spy and then a figure involved in an assassination plot against Hitler. So from a theologian and pacifist to someone actively involved in the struggle to overthrow tyranny.
You will go to England as our spy.
We have devised a plot to assassinate the Führer.
Tell me about the director and the casting for the film. What was it like to work with this team?
We could have taken several different approaches on casting. Ultimately, we decided to do was to use German actors, and I mean the sort of the cream of the crop of German actors as our Germans, as the good Germans who were fighting against the Nazis and formed the resistance within the country. So the Jonas Dassler is our amazing Bonhoeffer. He's a brilliant young actor, rising star in Germany, and he just brings Bonhoeffer to life in every dimension and detail.
We need to let the world know what the Nazis are doing to the Jews. And if the church does not speak now, we will lose our voice for 100 years.
How would you say this story resonates today?
Oh, the thing about Bonhoeffer is, you know, we all have a challenge and a choice in our lives to stand up against evil and to fight for justice. We may not have an opponent like Adolf Hitler, but we often have obvious evil in our own lives that we can challenge and confront. And Bonhoeffer, I think, blazes a trail for how you can be brave in doing that. In fact, one of our social media hashtags is Bonhoeffer Brave. And we really hope this film encourages people to be Bonhoeffer brave in the challenges that they face in their life.
I'm ready to meet my destiny.
Ephraim Graham, CBN News.
Thank you, Ephraim. People are looking for films with action or a thriller film or faith-filled. This one has it all. And Bonhoeffer is a life we should study and get familiar with if we're not already, and have our faith be inspired. Bonhoeffer, pastor, spy, assassin is playing in theaters now. Check your local listings to find out where. And if you're not familiar with Bonhoeffer, I really want to encourage you to pick up his book, The Cost of Discipleship. It's a phenomenal, life-changing book. It's pretty much required reading in seminaries, but every faith-filled Christian should read it. His breakdown and teaching on the Sermon on the Mount is phenomenal. And he just basically says, it's not about interpreting or analyzing Scripture. Do it. Obey it. Get on with it, was one of his lines. And you will see in this film that is exactly what he did in his life. It's an inspiration.